Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Silvana and in today's class we will do a 50-minute full body yoga flow that is all about increasing your mobility and flexibility. The gentle mindful movements are a great way to relax your mind and to enhance your overall practice. So whenever you're ready, find a quiet place, roll out your mat and let's get started. Let's start today's class lying down on the mat. So roll all the way back, relaxing the head, bend your knees and let your knees fall outwards, bringing the soles of your feet together, creating this diamond shape with your legs. Bringing both arms shoulder width away from your body, relax the shoulders down. Close your eyes and take a moment to arrive. Breathing deeply in through your nose and exhale slowly out. Letting go of any worries or cares and completely arrive here in the present on the mat. Inhale. And exhale out. Let yourself become heavy. Making a conscious decision to dedicate this time now to yourself and your well-being. This is your time. Taking one more deep breath here and slowly release. Open the eyes and bringing the knees back together. Bring the arms back by your side, lift the feet and hug the knees into the chest. Head is relaxed. Maybe rock a little bit here from side to side, massaging the spine. One more breath here. And then slowly come to a stop. And bring the hands onto your knees. Let the knees and feet fall outwards, opening up the hips. Head and shoulders are still relaxed and gently press the hands onto the inside of the knees to open up the hips a little bit more. Feel the stretch in your inner thighs. One more breath here. And then slowly bring the knees back together and start to create a nice circle with the knees. So lifting the knees up towards you and outwards. Slowly reverse the circle, rotating the knees the other way around. And keep on breathing deeply in and out through the nose, warming up the hip joint. One more circle. And then slowly come to a stop again. Happy baby pose. Reach for the big toes. Wrap middle and index finger around the big toes. Let the knees come towards the armpits and let the feet fall out wide. Feel a nice release in your lower back, maybe rocking a bit from side to side again, massaging the spine. Slowly come back to a stop. Let go of the feet and bring the feet back down onto your mat. Take your arms shoulder width away from the body and let both knees drop towards the left side. Let the head fall to the right side and gaze over your right shoulder, finding a little bit of a spinal twist here. Relaxing the shoulder blades down and just let gravity pull down the knees. Don't worry how far they fall down. Inhale, come back to center. And then exhale, let the knees fall onto the other side and gaze over your left shoulder. Let yourself become heavy. Head relaxed. Breathing into your left side body. 2 more breaths here. And 1 more breath. Slowly release, gaze up and bring the knees back up to point up towards the ceiling. Take the arms back by your sides, bend the knees deeply, feet hip-width apart and find a bridge pose. Tuck the tailbone under, lift the hips and push the hips up towards the ceiling. Either stay here or interlock the fingers behind your back, walk the shoulder blades a little bit closer together, creating a bit more space to push the hips up even higher. Keep it active, press the heels into the mat, squeeze the buttocks, pushing the hips up high, creating a nice backward bend. And then again, either stay here or let go of your hands, make sure the shoulder blades are back on the mat and reach both arms over the head, creating length through the upper body. Keep on pushing the hips up towards the ceiling. You can close your eyes here, taking another few deep breaths through the nose. Inhale and exhale out. Taking one more inhale and then exhale, one vertebra at a time, release your spine down. So first the upper back, middle back, lower back, and at last the hips. Once the hips are on the mat, hug the knees into the chest, lift the head and bring the forehead to the knees. Inhale, reach the arms over the head, extend the legs and make yourself very long. And then exhale, knees to chest, lift the head, make yourself very small. Inhale again, lengthen, reaching the arms up, legs long. And exhale, hug the knees into the chest. Again, inhale as you lengthen. Exhale, make yourself small, lifting the forehead up to the knees. Inhale again, lengthen. And then last time, exhale, knees to chest, lift the head up. Release. Well done. Extend the arms and legs. Close your eyes and just take a moment to relax, finding the breath again, the natural breath, and feel the heat that has been created within your body. One more breath here and release. Arms back by your side, bend the knees, bring the hands behind your knees and then just rock and roll yourself up to seated on the mat. Bend your knees and let the knees fall outwards, bringing the soles of your feet together. Getting hold of your toes and just wiggle the hips a little bit closer towards the heels, a spine long, a butterfly. Flatter the knees a little bit up and down here to open up the hip joints. Keep the core engaged so the spine is long. One more breath like this, feel the hips opening up. And then slowly coming to a stop again, get hold of your ankles, bring the elbows towards your inner thighs and shift the weight forward. So the upper body folds over the legs and gently put a little bit of pressure onto the legs with your elbows. Feel a nice deep stretch in the inner thighs. And then release again. Well done. Bringing the knees back together and extend your left leg out in front of you. Take your right foot over the left leg and hug the knee towards the chest using your left elbow. Twist to the right side. Place the right hand behind your back and find a nice spinal twist. Make sure the spine is long. Imagine this invisible line lifting you from the top of the head up towards the ceiling. Hugging the knee to the chest, find a nice deep twist. One more breath. And release, gaze to the front. Bring the right foot back to the inside and let your right knee fall outwards. The sole of the foot is coming to your inner thigh. Inhale, reach both arms up, create length in the spine. Exhale, fold over your left leg, getting hold of your left foot or ankle. Relax the head. Inhale, create a little bit more length through the spine. Exhale, hinge even further forward. If you feel any tension in your lower back, keep a soft bend through the left knee. Taking one more deep breath here, fold forward and release. Reach the arms back over the head. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, release the arms, extending both legs out in front, and we change the sides. Bend the left knee, left foot over your right leg. Bring your right elbow over the left knee and spinal twist to your left side. Place the left hand or fingertips behind your back. Maybe gently press the left palm into the mat, create length in the spine. Keep on hugging the knee to the chest and find a deep twist. Close your eyes. Notice any sensations within the body. Keeping the mind inwards. One more breath here. And then release. Gaze to the front and twist. Bring the left foot back to the inside, left knee folds outward, sole of the foot comes to the inner thigh. Make sure your hips are facing still forward, reach both arms up, inhale, and then exhale, fold forward from your hips, getting hold of your right ankle or foot, gently stretching the spine forward. Again, if you feel tension in your lower back, keep a small bend through the right knee. If you fold forward easily, you might want to lock the right knee, keeping the right leg long. With every inhale, try to create a little bit more space. And with every exhale, try to stretch a little bit more into that space. So really using the deep breath here to keep the stretch active. Inhale, lengthen, and exhale, fold. 2 more breaths here. Keep the chest square to the mat. And 1 more breath. Release. Lift the arms up over the head. Inhale. And exhale, release. Extend both legs out in front, giving them a little shake. Let's come onto our hands and knees into a tabletop position. Bringing the hands underneath your shoulders and keep your knees hip-width apart. We start with cat and cow. So we inhale, arch through the back, gaze up towards the ceiling, and then exhale, tuck the tailbone under, chin to chest. Inhale again, arching through the spine, gaze up. Exhale, tailbone tucks under, belly in, chin to chest, breast through the hands. Keep on going, 2 more breaths like this. Slowly warming up the spine, connecting the movement with your breath. After your next exhale, come back to neutral again into your tabletop position, breathing normally. Walk both hands out to the left side of your mat. Draw the left shoulder back towards your left hip and gaze back over your left shoulder, breathing into your right side body, making that rib-hip connection on your left side. 1 more breath here. And then slowly release, walk the hands to center, and then to the right side of the mat. So both hands are on the outside of the mat. Press the right shoulder back towards your right hip and gaze over your right shoulder, breathing into your left side body. Taking 1 more breath here. And then release, coming back to center. Extend the right arm out in front of your mat, palm is facing inwards, and then slowly sink the hips back, bend the left elbow, left forearm and the forehead onto the mat. Feel the right side body and the right shoulder opening up. Breathing here deeply in and out. Maybe keeping a little movement through your upper body to find that nice stretch through the right side body. Slowly release again. Come back to center. Reach your right arm up to the ceiling. Inhale. Exhale, thread the needle, threading the right arm underneath the left. Release the shoulder and the side of your head down. And then either stay here or maybe wrap the left arm around your back as well to find an even deeper twist. Relaxing the shoulder, relaxing the head. Make sure that your hips are still in line with your knees. Breathing into that stretch in the outer right shoulder. One more breath here. And release. Left hand next to the head. Press through the hand and twist. Tabletop. Let's take it to the other side. Extending the left arm out in front. Palm is facing inwards. Sinking the hips low. Release the forehead down onto the mat. Maybe bringing the right forearm onto the mat. And feel the stretch through the left shoulder and the side body. Breathing deeply in and out, relaxing the head. You might want to move a little bit through the upper body to find the right spot where you feel the stretch. One more breath here, and then release. Lift the left arm up, big inhale. Exhale, thread the needle, left arm underneath your right, bringing the shoulder and the side of the head down. And maybe wrap your right arm around your back, hooking the fingers onto your thigh. Feel the nice twist in your lower back and feel the nice stretch in your outer left shoulder. Close your eyes. Just breathe. Relaxing the face and facial muscles. Release all the weight onto that left shoulder. One more breath here. And we release. Right hand next to the head. Press through the right hand. Untwist. Come back to tabletop. Tuck both toes under and then sit back on your heels. Reaching the arms up over the head and warm up the wrists. Rotating out the wrists a little bit. Keeping the head relaxed. One more breath. And then release the arms, interlock the fingers behind the back. Let the head drop back, open up the chest, pressing the palms together. One big breath here. And release. Reach the hands out in front, lift the knees, downward facing dog. Maybe walking the feet a little bit closer in. Pedaling the heels down, bending one knee at a time, just warming and stretching out the legs a bit, head relaxed. And eventually come into your full downward dog. So press both hands into the mat, create length in the spine, tailbone is pointing up high. Soften the ankles and let the heels sink down towards the mat. One more breath here. And then inhale, lift the head, lower the hips, come to plank pose. Exhale, lift the hips up and back, downward dog. Again, inhale, shoot forward, coming to plank. Exhale, lift up and back, downward dog. 3 more times like this. Inhale to plank. Exhale, downward dog. Last 2, inhale to plank, exhale, downward dog, and one more time, inhale to plank, exhale, downward facing dog. Lift the left leg up behind you, 3-legged dog. Bend the left knee and open up the hip. Left foot falls towards your right side. Left knee points up high. Keep on pressing through the hands. And then pull the left knee forward. Step your left foot towards the left edge of your mat. Right knee on the mat. Flatten the toes. Both hands or fingertips on the mat. feel the hips become heavy and feel the hips opening up. Gaze towards the front of your mat. Maybe letting the left knee fall outwards a little bit. One more breath here. And then tuck your back toes under, lift the back knee and step the right foot forwards towards the right edge of the mat. Toes turn slightly outwards, Malasana squat. Let the hips sink down low, hands in front of the heart and press the knees gently back. One more inhale. Exhale, release the hands onto the mat, extend the legs and heel toes, your feet together, coming into a standing forward fold. One breath here. And then bend the knees, push the knees forward and one vertebra at a time roll yourself up to standing. Arms up over the head, inhale. And exhale, dive all the way forward. Inhale, halfway lift, create a flat back. And exhale, fold over the legs. Bend your knees, right leg steps back into your low lunge. Right knee on the mat, flatten the toes. Inhale, lift the arms over your head. And exhale, let the hips sink forward and down. Feel the stretch in your right hip extender. One more breath here. Release the arms, interlock the fingers behind the back and then open the chest again, letting the head drop back. Pressing the palms together, inhale. Exhale, release the hands. Let the hips come back into line with your right knee. Extend the front leg out in front of you, half split. Inhale, create length in the spine, square the hips and exhale, fold a little bit further forward over your left leg. This can be quite an intense stretch for your left hamstring, so if you need to, keeping the left knee a little bit bent. One more breath here, fold forward. And then bend your left knee again. Let the hip sink forward and down into your low lunge. Tuck the back toes, lift the back knee, cross-legged forward fold. Take the small toes together. Right leg is behind your left leg and let your upper body fold over your left thigh. Head completely relaxed and shift the weight a little bit further forward into your toes. Either stay here or push the hips towards the right side and walk the upper body over to the left side. Breathing here into that stretch in your outer right leg. Head still relaxed and then walk the hands back to center. One more breath here. And then slowly release, lift the right leg up behind you. And this time we find a high lunge. Find your balance. Reach the arms up over the head. Inhale. Exhale, kick the right heel even further back. Strong legs. Keeping the right heel lifted so that the hips are facing forward. Taking one more breath here. Inhale. And then exhale, release the hands. Inhale, left arm lift, simple twist. Gaze up towards your left hand. Rotating the chest towards the ceiling. Stay in the twist and release your right knee down onto the mat. Flatten the toes. Walk the left foot out towards the edge of your mat again. Stay twisting and maybe bend the right knee, reach back with your left hand and find corkscrew pose. Getting hold of the right foot and gently pull the heel towards the buttocks. Let the hips be heavy and feel the stretch in your right thigh. Gaze over the left shoulder. One more breath here, pull the heel towards you. And then slowly release again, extending the right leg out and twist both hands onto the mat. Tuck the back toes, lift the back knee and then slowly step your left leg back and find downward facing dog. Take a moment here to center yourself. Hands are shoulder width apart and feet are hip width apart. Long spine. Slowly lift the right leg up behind you, three-legged dog. Bend your right knee and let your right foot fall to the left side, opening up the hip. Press through the hands, driving the right knee up high to the ceiling. One more breath here. And then pull the right knee forward and place your right foot to the right edge of your mat. Release the left knee down onto the mat, flatten the toes. Feel the hips opening up. Let the right knee fall outwards a bit. Let your left hip become heavy. Gaze towards the front of your mat. Feel a nice stretch through the inner thigh. Let the hips opening up. One more breath here. And then tucking the back toes, lift the back knee and step the left foot towards the left edge of the mat, Malasana squat. Let your hips sink down low. If you need to, you can lift the heels off of the mat. Hands in front of your heart and use the triceps to press the knees a little bit further back. Feel the outer arch of your feet pressing down to the mat, keeping the weight back. Long spine. One more breath here. Inhale. And then exhale, bring the hands down onto the mat, extend the legs, fold over the legs and heel toe your toes together, standing forward fold. One breath here, fold over the legs and then bend the knees, roll yourself up, reach the arms over the head, big inhale, exhale, dive all the way forward. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, fold over the legs again. Bend the knees, left leg back into your low lunge, left knee on the mat, flatten the toes. Inhale as you lift the arms up. Exhale, push the hips further forward and down. Feel the stretch in your left hip extender. Reach through the fingertips, create length in your side body. Inhale. Exhale, release the arms, interlock the fingers behind the back and open up the chest. Let the head drop back, lean back from the upper back by pushing the hips forward. One more inhale. Exhale, release, hands on the mat. Half split. Take the hips back in line with your left knee. Extend the front leg out in front of you. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, fold over your right leg. Try to square the hips by pulling the right hip back a little bit. Feel the deep stretch in the right leg. If the stretch is too intense, keep a soft bend through the right knee. And as you breathe into the stretch, you might feel you can extend your leg more and more. Taking one more breath here. And release. Well done. Bend the knee and push the hips forward. Tuck your back toes, lift the back knee and find your cross-legged forward fold. Small toes together, left leg is in the back, right leg in front. Try to keep your left leg as long as possible and fold over your right leg. Shifting the weight into your toes, feel the hips coming up high. One more breath here. And then push the hips towards your left side and walk the fingertips towards the right side of the mat, breathing into your left side body. One more breath. And then release again. Walk the hands back to center, folding over the legs. One breath here. Slowly step the left leg all the way back again and find your high lunge. Inhale as you lift the arms up. Exhale, pressing the left heel a little bit further back. Strong legs. Reach through the fingertips. One more inhale. And exhale, release the arms. Inhale, right arm lifts, a simple twist, gaze up towards your right hand. Opening the chest up towards the ceiling. One more breath here, stay in the twist. And then release your left knee down, flatten the toes, walk the right foot towards the edge of the mat, let the right knee fall outwards a bit, and maybe bend the left knee, get hold of your left foot with your right hand, and pull the left heel towards your glute. Gaze over the right shoulder. Let the hips still be heavy, feel the stretch in your left thigh. Inhale and exhale, let go of any tension. One more breath and release. Extend the left leg back out, bring both hands onto the mat, untwist, hips face forward. Tuck your back toes, lift the back knee and step your right leg back, downward facing dog. Take a moment, center yourself. The weight is equally balanced in both hands and both feet. One big breath here. And then lift the head, lower the hips, plank pose, shoulders over the wrists, strong core. Release the knees, arch through the back, bringing chest and chin down, eightlings pose. And release everything down, press through the hands, lift the head, let the head drop back, cobra pose. Draw the shoulders back, open up the chest, squeeze the buttocks to keep the lower back protected. One more inhale. And exhale, bend the knees, take the knees as wide as the mat and let the hips sink back, child pose. Rest the forehead on your mat and then bring your palms together in prayer. Bend both elbows so that the thumbs are coming between the shoulder blades. Walk the elbows a little bit closer together and let the hips sink back to the heels. Release the chest further down to the mat. Feel the stretch through the shoulders. 2 more breaths here. And 1 more breath. Release the arms again, so we extend the arms out in front of you. Slowly lift the head, walk the hands towards you and come to seated on your heels, bringing the feet and knees together and take the hands behind your back. Engage the core. Shift the weight back onto the feet, maybe lifting the knees off of the mat, stretching out the thighs. Either stay here or maybe you can even bring the hands in front of the chest. Core is engaged. Keep on leaning back. Inhale and exhale, release. Well done. Come onto the knees, just rotating out the ankles a little bit. Find a seat on your mat, extending the legs out in front of you. From here, take your left leg towards the outside of your mat. Bend your right knee and bring the sole of the right foot to your inner thigh. Hips are still facing forward. Inhale, lengthen the spine, arms up. Exhale, turn towards your left leg and fold over the left leg. Take your right hand towards the outer arch of your left foot or towards your outer left leg and reach your left arm back behind you. Gaze over the left shoulder. Use your right hand to pull yourself a little bit further forward. Rotate the chest. Press the right shoulder a little bit further down. Keep on reaching the left fingertips back. Maybe press your left palm into the mat. Hinge forward. 1 more breath here. And then release. Arms up over the head. Inhale. Exhale, twist towards your right side. Left hand on your right knee. Right hand behind your back. spinal twist. Either stay here or press your right palm down into the mat, lift the hips, push the hips up to the ceiling, left arm by your ear, stargazer, open up the chest. Keep on lifting, one more inhale, and then exhale, sinking the hips back down. Shift the weight over to your right side, swing the left leg back behind you for pigeon pose. Square the hips towards the mat. If you need to, reposition the front knee or leg a little bit so that you feel the hips opening, but you can sustain the position comfortably. Let the upper body fold over your right leg, resting the forehead either on the mat or you can create a pillow with your hands. Either stay here or maybe thread your left arm underneath your right armpit so the left palm faces up to the ceiling and rest the forehead on your mat again. Reach your right arm out in front of you so you feel a stretch in your outer right hip and in your outer left shoulder. Square the hips and feel your right hip sinking a little bit further down to the mat. Square the chest, press the right shoulder a little bit further down. Feel a deep stretch in your outer left shoulder. Relax the face and use the breath to ease into the stretch. Inhale and exhale out. Let yourself become heavy. One more breath here. And then release. Unstretch the arms. Walk the hands towards you, lifting the upper body up. Bring the right hand to the center of the mat. Bend the left knee. Reach back with your left hand. Get hold of the left foot for another quad stretch. Pull the heel towards the buttocks. And this time try to square the chest and press the left shoulder forward. Gaze to the front of the mat. One more breath here. And release. Extend the left leg back behind you. Shift the weight to your right side and swing the left leg forward again. Right shin bone stays on the mat. Get hold of your left foot with both hands. Lean a bit back and kick into your hands, extending the left leg up and out. Kicking the left heel up towards the ceiling. Relaxing the shoulders, keep the spine long. Inhale and then exhale, release, bend the left knee and find a half lotus. So stacking the shin bones on top of each other, maybe bringing the left foot to the left knee crease or onto your inner thigh, and let your upper body fold over the legs, breathing deeply into the hips. Relax the head. Make sure the sitting bones stay grounded. Breathing deeply in and out. With every exhale, fold a little bit further forward over the legs. Inhale and exhale out. Taking 2 more deep breaths here. And 1 more breath. Slowly release. Walk the hands back towards you, lifting the upper body up. And then extend the legs out in front of you. Bend the knees, take the hands behind your back and just let your knees fall a little bit from side to side. Release any tension from your lower back and from the hips. Slowly coming to a stop again. Extend the legs and we take it all to the other side. Take the right leg out to the side of the mat. Bend your left knee, hips are still facing forward. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, twist towards your right leg and then fold over your right leg. Left hand comes to the right edge of your foot or to the outer leg. And reach your right arm back. Gaze over your right shoulder. Gaze back towards your right hand. Use your left arm to pull yourself a little bit further forward. Pressing the left shoulder a little bit further down. Twisting deeply. Square the chest towards your right leg. Inhale, creating a little bit more length through the left side body. Exhale, hinge a little bit further forward. Use the breath to ease into the stretch. Taking one more big breath here, hinge forward. And then release. Arms up over the head, inhale. Exhale, twist to the left side, right hand on the left knee and left hand behind your back, twisting the upper body. Either stay here or find stargazer, push the hips up, left knee on the mat, right arm by your ear, let the head drop back, opening up the chest. Squeeze the buttocks, push the hips forward. Inhale and exhale, releasing the hips back down. Shift the weight to your left side, swing the right leg back behind you for pigeon pose. Adjust the positioning of your left knee if you need to. You can either take the knee a little bit further out or keep the knee pointing forward. The hips are square to the mat. Inhale. Exhale, sleeping pigeon. Let your upper body fold over the legs. Resting the forehead on the mat, or you can create a pillow with your hands. Again, making sure that the hips are square. Either stay here or thread your right arm underneath your left armpit. Reach the left arm out in front of you and gently press your left shoulder a little bit further down towards the mat. Inhale and exhale out. Relax all facial muscles. Using the breath to ease into that stretch. Notice where your body is holding any blockage or tension. Breathe into it. And with every exhale, just try to let it all go. Inhale and exhale out. Taking one more breath here. And then slowly release. Unthread the arm. Walk the hands towards you, bringing the upper body back up. Left hand in the center of the mat. Bend the right knee and reach back with your right hand. Try to get hold of your right foot. Pull the heel towards the buttocks. Square the chest. So pressing the right shoulder forward, keep the gaze towards the front of your mat and let the hips still be heavy. Feel the stretch in your right thigh. One more breath here. Pull the heel towards you. And then slowly let go of the leg, extending the leg back behind you. Shift the weight back over to your left side. Swing the right leg out in front of you again. Left shin bone stays on the mat. Get hold of your right foot with both hands and then kick the foot into your hands. Extend your right leg. Core is engaged. Try to keep the spine as long as possible. Release the shoulders down. Keep on kicking. Feel the stretch in your right hamstring. Bringing the leg up high. Nice. Take one more breath here. And then release. Bend the right knee and find your half lotus. Stacking the shin bones on top of each other. Bring the right foot to your left inner thigh or to your left knee crease. Lengthen the spine. Inhale. And as you exhale, let your upper body fold forward, hinge over the legs and feel the stretch in the right hip. Relaxing the head and use the breath to ease into the stretch. If you feel any pain in your ankle or knee, always take your time to adjust the pose or ease off of the stretch. Always listen to the body. You never want to overstretch. Inhale and exhale out, relaxing the face. Let the upper body fold even further forward. Let yourself be heavy. Taking 2 more breaths here. And 1 more breath. Slowly release, walk the hands towards you, lift the upper body and then take the legs out in front of you again. Keep the knees bent and just let the knees fall from side to side, releasing any tension. Slowly come to a stop. Scoop forward to the front of your mat and 1 vertebra at a time roll yourself all the way down to lying on the mat, bringing the arms by your side. Bend both knees deeply with your feet hip-width apart. Let's find bridge pose 1 more time. Inhale, exhale, squeeze the buttocks, lift the hips, peel the spine off of the mat, pushing the hips up towards the ceiling. Interlock the fingers behind your back, walk the shoulder blades closer together, open up the chest, keep on lifting the hips up high. 1 more big breath here. And then release the arms, both shoulder blades on the mat. Reach the arms over the head and create length through the upper body. Close your eyes and keep on lifting the hips up towards the ceiling. 1 more inhale. And as you exhale 1 vertebra at a time, release the spine down. So first the upper back, middle back, lower back, and at last the hips. Once the hips are on the mat, lift the feet, arms between the legs, get hold of your big toes and find happy baby pose. Pulling the knees to the armpits, let the feet fall out wide. Relax the shoulders down, lower back down, feel the hips opening up and feel a nice release through the lower back. Slowly let go of your feet again and extend the legs all the way out onto the mat for our final pose, Shavasana. Letting the toes fall outwards, bring the arms a little bit away from the body with your palms facing up to the ceiling. Close your eyes. Return to your deep yoga breath. Breathing deeply in through the nose and exhale slowly out. Let the effects of today's practice soak into your body. Inhale and exhale. Let yourself become heavy. Visualize your body melting down into the floor, relaxing all the muscles. Find stillness and let that feeling of peace and relaxation overcome you. Inhale and exhale out. Thank you so much for joining me for this practice today. See you next time. Namaste.